So I got a comment under one of my YouTube videos. Now, this video in particular was about how y'all be calling silk presses natural hair and how I'm just totally confused by that, right? And I was talking about how the natural hair movement has completely moved away from what it was supposed to be about. The natural hair movement is about embracing our natural hair textures, literally, right? So if you walk around with your hair bone straight, that's not natural. Now, yeah, you're wearing your real hair, absolutely, but that's not natural. I'm confused on why you would silk press your hair and then we walk around talking about, yeah, I'm natural. Like, what? But realistically, we're still not at the point where most black people are happy with blackness, right? Now, a lot of black folks are happy with the idea of being happy with blackness, but they not actually happy with blackness. That's why you got folks walking around with silk presses and shit talking about, yeah, this is my natural hair, okay? But anyway, somebody commented under this video and he was like, Flower Tower, like, what are you doing? Like, don't you have an engineering degree? You should be out here being an example to little black girls. They need to see women like you doing yada, 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 so and so and so. But instead, you on YouTube chatting, basically. You know what I'm saying? You on YouTube talking a bunch of crap about stuff that doesn't pertain to you. Blah, 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 right? Now, the first thing that I would like to call out about this comment is the fact that y'all only support me and my talkativeness and the fact that I'm willing to stand up for myself when that directly benefits you, right? So when I'm calling out a community that also oppresses you for an identity that you share with me, or maybe you don't share with me, maybe I'm just sticking up for you or whatever, right? Then y'all are all in support of Flower Tower talking her talk, right? But then when I turn around and I say, well, actually, you and your community do ABC or XYZ to me as well, then suddenly y'all like, oh, Flower Tower, why are you talking about this? So and so and so, yada, 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 right? This happens all the time. For example, when I'm on here talking about racism, everybody is all in agreement with that. All the black folks coming there like, oh, yeah, this affects us absolutely, right? But then when I turn around and I talk about misogyny, suddenly all the black men be like, oh, why are you talking about this? Or when I turn around and I talk about colorism, suddenly all the light-skinned folks, oh, why are you talking about this? Or when I turn around and I talk about homophobia or transphobia, suddenly all the straight folks, oh, why are you talking about this, right? Y'all are only in agreement with me when I'm calling out a community that also oppresses you. But when I call out the fact that you can be an oppressor, then suddenly you not standing with me no more. That's the first thing that I want to call out. Now, the second thing I'm going to say is this, okay? Now, I love to be, a mentor or an inspiration or representation for little black girls wherever, of course, right? But if I wanted to quit my job and be a bum and post on YouTube all day, guess what? I would be well within my rights to do that because I don't have no obligations to do shit besides be black and die, okay? I can do what the fuck I want to do, degree or not. Let's get that out the way, okay? Now, finally, lastly, I do not have an engineering degree. I don't know where you got that from. Maybe in a YouTube video, I may have mentioned that my school made me take the physics for engineers. So maybe this person watched a video where I mentioned that and they thought that I had gotten an engineering degree. No, my complaint, if I did mention that, was the fact that I was not an engineering major, but I still had to take the engineer physics. Like, what? So, first of all, my degree is in biochemistry. But let me tell y'all something straight up, okay? I was black before I was ever a biochemist. I was black before I was ever a violinist. I was black before I ever learned to play chess. I was black before any of this. And this is the reality. When you all look at me, you don't see a biochemist. You don't see a violinist. You don't see a chess player. You don't see any of that shit. You see a black woman. Now, I'm not sharing that to say that I am not also those things. Absolutely not. But what I'm saying is, getting a degree did not cancel out my blackness. And like I stated, I've been black for way longer than I've been a biochemist or whatever else, right? This is the reality. My blackness is the forefront of my identity to you people. So how dare you have the audacity to come to me and say, oh, Flower Tower, well, you're an engineer now, so shut up about the black shit. Are you serious? Are you serious? That's crazy to me that y'all think that me getting a degree in whatever subject means that I'm no longer black and I should no longer speak about these issues and whatever. It's crazy that you all think that blackness, and in this case, engineering, are mutually exclusive. I can't do both of them. So I was black, until I got that degree, and then I shed the blackness and I became an engineer. Like, that's really how y'all think, though. That's really how y'all view black people, though. Y'all really think that when a black person reaches whatever level in life, they should shed the black shit, right? If a black person gets however much money, you know what I'm saying, or they get a degree in whatever, then they should become that thing instead of being black. That's really how y'all perceive it. And the crazy thing is, looking at this comment, is that this person tried to paint it as a compliment. They were like, Flower Tower, you're too smart to be online as a bad black woman. They quite literally said, you're too smart to be on here angry like this, right? And then they said, yeah, you're on here harping about things like what do they say? What biracial people call themselves, what people call their hair, and who black men date, right? But you notice that this person didn't say anything about, oh, you're too smart to be online harping about racism, right? Because clearly racism is something that affects this person. So they want me online harping about that, right? But then when I start to harp about something that they are not in the victim role of, and something that they take the oppressor role in, then suddenly I'm too smart to be on here harping about that, right? I didn't take this comment very well. Honestly, it gave "you're one of the good one" vibes. Well, darky, who do you think you are sitting here still talking about stuff like this when you got your big engineering degree? You ain't like them other niggas. Shut your black ass up and enjoy the crumb of, success that we have granted you. That's what I took this comment as. Like, it was not a compliment to me. It did not make me feel like, ooh, like, thanks, you called me smart or whatever, right? Like, it was not giving that at all. It was not giving that at all for me.